question for you. Do you know the history of the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts in Richmond? We're about to learn all about it. This beautiful museum houses over 33,000 works of art from almost every major world culture. And this morning, the museum's director, Alex Nyerges, is here to share with us the link between art history and American history. And of course, back on the show, always a pleasure, David Bruce Smith, who is the founder of the Grateful American Foundation. He's helping to restore enthusiasm in American history for kids and adults, which is just great. And David, why don't we start with your mission and how you got involved with Alex?
Well, I met Alex through my parents several years ago, and then after that I became a member of the board of the museum.
And Alex, for people that aren't familiar with the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, explain what it's all about.
Well, we're the 10th largest comprehensive art museum in America. We're on 12 acres. We occupy 2/3 of a million square feet under roof with some 33,000 works of art that span the globe in the last 6,000 years.
And I was just in Richmond for the first time, and just driving through downtown Richmond, you feel the history that's there. So talk about what people see when they come to the museum.
Well, we're the oldest state art museum in America, opened in 1936, but we opened the brand new McLaughlin wing in 2010, and it's this gleaming glass and stainless steel structure that houses so many of our collections, including the newly inaugurated McLaughlin Galleries of American Art, which will open up on the 24th of November.
And let's talk about the link between American history, especially during the first 100 years, which is the period that David's Grateful American Foundation is currently focusing on, and that's there right now.
Well, we have a great collection that includes painting and sculpture and furniture for the last almost 400 years. It starts in the 17th century. And the newest acquisition is a huge 5-foot by 8-foot painting by Benjamin West, who was an American but spent so much of his time in England, became president of the Royal Academy. So the connections with early American history in particular are extraordinary.
And what else is happening at the museum during the holidays? It's a great time to probably go visit.
Well, we're the only museum that's open 365 days a year, so you can come down Thanksgiving, Christmas, and opening up the week before Thanksgiving is going to be Rodin, 220 sculptures by the greatest sculptor in the Western world from the Musée Rodin in Paris.
David, I can see why you teamed up with Alex. Such impressive stuff, and great to point out that for the holidays, do something different this holiday season. A lot of families go to the movies. Why not check out a museum and try that and look at all the history that's there? David, you always share with us some fascinating facts of history and what you've learned. What did you learn during the process of working with Alex?
Well, you know, history is about telling stories, and people usually associate stories with books or movies. But when you look at a painting, it tells a story. You can go through the American collection, or there's a story there. You can go through the Impressionists, there's a story there. But the thing about the museum, the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, is that most people around here don't know the great things that are there. In the last 3 years, they've had the Fabergé collection, a Pablo Picasso collection, show, the Rodin. So it's really an incredible place that people need to know more about.
Well, and again, I'm so glad that you came on, and like I said, I kind of just took a drive to Richmond when a friend was visiting. I just moved here, but you'd be surprised how many people here in the district were like, "You did what? You drove where?" I'm like, "Yeah, I took a road trip. It was absolutely beautiful, and Richmond is just a beautiful place to visit, and now the museum as well. So it's worth a weekend trip. There's great hotels there as well, and just so much history. So thank you both for coming on with us today. And if you want to learn more about all of this, go to vmfa.museum. And for more information about David Bruce Smith's Grateful American Foundation, all the great work that he's doing, visit grateful-american-foundation.com. And we're going to have more of Let's Talk Live in just a bit. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks.
Thank you.